This mess was made by mostly by cutting this pecan pie, but also by cutting this pumpkin pie to an extent. Because it was right after we got back from a karaoke night at the Willow, in which I sang Hey Jude by the Beatles. Then I sang Suddenly Seymour by Ashman Howard, is made popular from the movie Little Shop of Horrors. This family pack of sushi came from a Wegmans trip me and Mom made, primarily in order to get some last minute supplies for Thanksgiving dinner. And this sparkling ice was one of 3 pairs of different flavors I got in order to have some extra beverages. It looks like some avocado or guacamole on this one. After this, I plan on saving my appetite until Thanksgiving dinner. And then I sang just the male and both parts of Suddenly Seymour because one of Mom's friends technically speaking had me join to sing Suddenly Seymour, but I think on most nights, because I sang both parts for the female part, I raised my voice like this. In my mind, it tends to be my highlight whenever I go out for karaoke, or at least it's my favorite song to sing. For the third song, I sang Still Loving You by the Scorpions. As Mom requested me to sing. And then lastly, I sang Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses. Which ended up being my highlight, in which I ended up exciting everyone else there at the Willow at that time. Because it was regarded as a hard song to sing. Excuse me. Plus, I also did some dancing in between that big musical break in order to keep the energy going throughout my singing of that song. I had a slice of when we got back, I had a slice of the pecan and a slice of the pumpkin with whipped cream. Are these firecracker shrimp rolls? I spent the first hours of today working on a styrofoam drawing I started yesterday. But because I fell asleep, I think maybe around 9 or something, in the morning or so, and woke up at around 1 p.m. So maybe I went to bed around 7 in the morning then. I ended up finishing that styrofoam drawing a little too close for comfort. I finished it at 3:41 p.m. These days I like a cutoff time of 3:30 p.m. to take the picture of a styrofoam drawing in order to get ideal natural light. By the time I took the picture, camera was my room seemed pretty dark to me, but under the camera app, it seemed like roughly the same lighting, so I took the picture anyway. Though the late time did cause some concern, after I had ultimately transferred the picture to my laptop under the styrofoams folder for a process in which I uploaded it to my drive from my phone. And then I accessed my drive on my laptop in order to in order to download it. And then I had to make a copy from the downloads folder and then paste it into the styrofoams folder under the pictures mega folder within my laptop. I did this around 4 p.m. Mom and I made the trip to Wegmans from 5 to 6 p.m. It was between those times. Mom got some celery sticks. I got this shrimp family pack of sushi. Since I like to eat sushi, as well as the pre-made salads from Wegmans. We got to the Willow around 6:30 p.m. Right away I got a garbage plate that consisted of 2 cheeseburgers and plenty of tater tots because they were out of mac salad. Towards the end, around 10 p.m., I got an order of taco logs that I intended to take home with me. But I didn't specify that. And so they ended up preparing it as if it was a for here order. And I ended up eating all 4 of those taco logs, along with the sour cream and I guess spicy taco sauce they provided with the taco logs. Excuse me, I tried to sing a 5th song. I'm not entirely sure what I would have sang, but my closest subconscious thought was towards Witch Doctor by the cartoons. Or at least the cartoons is the artist I write down for Witch Doctor. But as it was towards the end, the DJ host it didn't give out any more slips, so Near the beginning, I believe it was the first song that was sang. Someone sang Day After Day by Badfinger. And I really liked how I sang it. I mean, how they sang it. And so I searched for it on whatever my search engine is for the mobile version of Google Chrome. That's how I found a YouTube video, and that's how I found the YouTube video for Day After Day by Badfinger on the YouTube app. And I kind of resolved to myself that when we got back, I would listen to it. As usual, I packed plenty of Sharpie markers and a block of styrofoam so it could work on at this point, a new styrofoam project in between me singing songs. At some point, before we went to the Willow, I searched around for some AA batteries for our microphones. I found the AA batteries in the same spot where I found Mom's microphone. At the shelf near that clothes rack, in the back part of the living room, that's right before that big cupboard area with the spice rack on its door. Though I initially ignored those batteries because I don't believe I at first knew they were AA's because they were a different brand. Or maybe because they were a different brand, I thought they were bags meant for, those plastic bags were meant for batteries that were already depleted. I think that's closer in line to what I was thinking at the time, but excuse me, as it turns out, there were actually new batteries. Within those plastic sandwich bags. With these zippers on top. I guess maybe it's called a sealant zip. Also, somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m., I ended up calling about a front desk job position at CSC. It turns out it might still be available. They would close by 5 p.m. Could have came over today. It would have been a short walk, but then I decided I wanted to finish that styrofoam drawing before the sun set. The latest one I finished, I haven't yet finished the styrofoam drawing I started at the Willow. And then there was the Wegmans trip between me and Mom. And then we were planning on going to the Willow. And so I ended up not walking to CSC today in order to get presumably a paper application to fill it out. And so now I'll have to do that on Monday. Which is fine by me. It'll give me some more time to think.